it kind of goes down towards Vladivostok, and that's where the race ends. And Vladivostok is like near Japan. You are like near Japan and North Korea over there. So it's a so if you put the map on the planet, this is what the race route looks like on the face of the planet, and it's one of the, I think it's the toughest endurance race in the world. And I did this race this year in August, and so these are some of the photographs from the race. And I became the first Asian to do this race successfully, and only 7 people in the world have been able to do this race successfully. Only 7 guys. So so these are some of the photographs from the victory ceremony in Vladivostok. And so only 2 people in the world are there who have done race across America and Trans-Siberian Extreme successfully. One guy lives in Austria, and the second guy lives in Nagpur, India. So, so there are only 2 guys. Yeah. So these are some of the. So I'm going to talk about how to do these things, because you cannot train to do 9,000 kilometers in your training. You can't do this. So it's a mind sport. So there is a limit to the physical training what you do, and then you depend on your mind to push through those extra kilometers. So in Red Bull Trans-Siberian Extreme, I was riding, some of the stages were like 600 kilometers, 700 kilometers. And then there are 2 big stages. The 10th stage is 1054 kilometer. So you go straight 1054 kilometer riding in some 45 hours. And then the 13th stage is 1400 kilometers. And 1400 kilometers with 13,000 meters of climbing. So in 1400 kilometers, it's like from Mumbai to Delhi, and then 13,000 meters of climbing is like climbing 1.5 Mount Everest in that. So the Russia is a very different terrain than what India we have here, and then so it's very hilly country. It's all riding up and down, and so that's how. So you do this kind of. So the whole idea is why I do this. It's like my mission is like there are no limits, there are only plateaus, and we must not stay there, and we must always go beyond them. So it actually implies to any field, any field you are working. And I like endurance sports a lot, and I kind of do this as a passion, and one of the things about all these races is like there is no prize money in this race. So the only prize money is, I can come and talk about this in front of you and share my story and how I do these things. So that's the whole prize money for me actually. So. So yeah, I want to come back to this very important topic, like investing in your own health. Is so very important. Like everybody is busy, we all know, and we all have 24 hours. But I always tell everyone that no matter what profession you are, whether you're a doctor, lawyer, or whether you are an engineer, playing one sport in your life is very important. There is no need to be a competitive person in that sport, but you have to play one sport in your life. It can be anything. It can be badminton, it can be swimming, cycling, running, it can be basketball, it can be anything, but one sport throughout your life is extremely important, because I think sport is one of the best way to learn things like determination, perseverance, hard work, facing challenges in your life. I think is one of the best way to teach children also all these qualities. So that's why I always insist is playing one sport, investing those 1 or 2 hours every day on your health, on your particular sport, on your particular hobby, because the returns are just amazing. So we all are always concerned about investing in shares, mutual funds and all, but how much concerned are we in investing in our own health is, I think, is extremely important. Because if you are fit at the age of 40, 50, there is such an amazing world waiting for you. You can run, bike, you can go for different cycling tours, you can do these kind of races. I won't say everybody should go and do Trans-Siberian Extreme, but there is a whole lot of adventure waiting for you, and you can do these things if you are only fit enough to do this. So it's extremely important. You can have a lot of money with you, but if you don't have the fitness and the health, then it's going to be extremely difficult to enjoy that wealth. So I think that's why I always tell the doctor community, because everybody is so busy, but are we investing that 1 hour, 2 hour every day? Because even though we invest that 1 hour a day, we still have 23 hours. And 23 hours is whole lot. In 23 hours, a guy can bike 600 kilometers. Right? So, so I'm just comparing. So, so that's what, and 23 hours is a huge time. So, so that's what I'm telling. It's very important to invest that 1 or 2 hour a day. And this is what I do. I run a foundation. And these are all my athletes who work with me, who train with me. And I have other coaches also who work with me. We also run programs in tribal areas to identify talent, to nurture talent. So, and in future, I want to establish a school of endurance sports in Nagpur, which will become a center of excellence for India for training in endurance sports, for marathon running, Ironmans, ultra cycling. So this is what the whole vision is. And of course, do a lot of public health, because I think promoting physical activity is one of the most important thing I can do to promote public health, because I think physical inactivity is the biggest public health problem of this world right now. So this is my contribution to the medical world or the field of public health. And I write a blog. It's called as beyourownhero.in. So all my race experiences and all are on this blog. You can read my blogs on beyourownhero.in. The name itself is Be Your Own Hero, is like set your own goals and achieve them and be your own hero. So that's the whole philosophy of sports I promote, that you don't have to become an Olympic athlete to pursue sports. So pursue a sport, set your own goals and achieve them and be your own hero. So that's the whole objective. And I would like to share one video with you.
Stage bicycle race will set off from Moscow.
Yeah, so this is the video from the Trans-Siberian Extreme.
Of international athletes will compete in the toughest bike event on the roads of Russia, covering a total of 9,100 kilometers to reach their destination in Vladivostok. Trans-Siberian Extreme is for those who want to get pushed to their limits and beyond and test their mind and body. It's the toughest endurance event on this planet, and nothing gets extreme than this. Participation in race is by invitation, and there were 6 participants at the start, including a rookie from India who accepted the challenge to go beyond himself. One man with a heart of courage, determined to push himself to the world's most extreme and most enduring event. Samarth, which means the capable. In 2017, he had participated in a race across America in which he cycled for 5,000 kilometers and finished in 11 days, 21 hours and 11 minutes to become the first Indian to complete it in first attempt in solo category. Also, he completed 4 Ironman events and is the winner of Deccan Cliffhanger 2017 too. Journey is more important than destination. Let's have a sneak peek into the journey, which, as described by Amit Samarth, is a monster in itself. The total 77,000 meters of elevation that the race covers is like climbing 10 Mount Everests. Participants went across the Ural Mountains and 4 of world's longest rivers. They passed Lake Baikal and rode along the borders of Kazakhstan, Mongolia and China, spending more than 3 weeks on the road. In stage 10, all of 1,060 kilometers from Krasnoyarsk to Irkutsk, he had to ride for 2 nights in heavy rains and had to change clothes frequently.
Yeah, of course, the weather is a problem. I've done rides in rain and all, but not this long.
Cycling these endless roads gets extremely tough under howling headwinds, incessant rains, bad traffic, and bad roads at different stages. Pain is temporary, but quitting lasts forever. Overcoming the pain, extreme weathers, hurdles, injuries, and never giving up was the motto of Amit Samarth.
I just need to keep riding this way and eat a lot. Eat a lot. This is a eating competition.
Amit Samarth never gave up and carried on his superhuman effort and crossed the finishing line. It's done. He pedaled his way to glory and made history by becoming the first Asian to complete the Red Bull Trans-Siberian Extreme and making India proud. Let's welcome Dr. Amit Samarth, a legend in making, an inspiration and the pride of India. Jai Ho!
Yeah, so thank you everyone for this opportunity to talk to you and talk about this whole endurance cycling and endurance sports. Any questions? Yeah.
You look so smart, so little guy. How can you do this fantastic across the whole world, America, Asia, Mongolia, and all the Moscow? How can you do all of this? Although you look not very muscular, and it depends on pairs, what you call heart and chest training more than the muscle.
Yeah. Yeah, it's a combination of strength training and a lot of cycling, of course. And I actually started with running, and I'm actually became maybe more famous because of this races and all. But yeah, it's a combination of strength training, a lot of cycling, and a lot of proper nutrition. And fourth is about no, I'm not a vegetarian. I'm a non-vegetarian, and so it's training, strength training, a lot of yogasans, and then it's about visualization. You know, you have to train your mind to do this. As I told you, it's a mind sport, and what I call this, as you're saying, how I do this. It's called as ghost riding. I call myself as a ghost rider when I do this, because if you do too many calculations, you can't do this. If you because these are very high risk races, there is a big risk to your life, and because your body is at war, your immune system, your digestive system, your muscular system, your neuronal system, everything is pushed to its limits. 9,000 kilometers in 25 days across